Welcome to day one of our 21 days of freedom. We absolutely believe that it is God's desire for you to live free. But often freedom is both an event and a process. We see this in the story of the Israelites in their escape from Egypt. So we're going to walk through the 10 plagues and see how that God was leading them through a process of freedom before the ultimate event of the Red Sea. So each day is going to include a key verse, a key thought, the voice of the enemy, and then the voice of the Father. Through the voice of the enemy, we're going to expose his schemes so that you can begin to recognize how he's trying to deceive you and throw you off course. And then through the voice of the Father, you'll be reminded of God's words of comfort, direction, and purpose for your life. Finally, we're going to ask you several questions. These questions will force you to confront things in your life that perhaps you've been avoiding. It's here that the Holy Spirit will be at work exposing these things, not to bring shame, but to bring victory. So here we go. On day one, get your hopes up. Our key verse is found in Exodus 6:9. So Moses told the people of Israel what the Lord had said, but they refused to listen because they had become too discouraged by the brutality of their slavery. So the key thought is that discouragement is the greatest tool of the enemy. So here's how the voice of the enemy might sound. Here's my plan. I want to destroy the human's hope before it even has a chance to take root. You know how powerful hope is, don't you? If the humans get a hold of hope, even just a tiny bit, it can be toxic to our cause. Don't underestimate the power of hope. We need to bring the attack full force because if the seed of hope is planted, it is quite difficult to choke out. Do everything within your power to remind them of the brutality of their slavery. Keep their minds fixed on the chains and their circumstances. Remind them of the people who have failed and hurt them. Remind them of every past failed attempt at freedom. Remind them of the seemingly unanswered prayers. Remind them of their weaknesses. If hope is the greatest tool of their Father, then certainly discouragement is our mightiest weapon.
The voice of the Father. My son, my daughter, I know how the enemy is trying to discourage you. I know that he is filling your head with thoughts of past circumstances and failures. I know he is loudly reminding you of every person who has hurt and abandoned you. I want you to know that the things can change. I want you to know that you can change. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't put promises in my word just to fool you or trick you into getting your hopes up. I am a good father, and a good father would never do that to his children. Through Christ, you are children of Abraham, children of the promise. You are heirs of hope. My words that I gave to my children thousands of years ago are still true for you today. Take a moment to listen to them. They are my words for you and for your future. I am the Lord. I will free you from your oppression and will rescue you from your slavery. I will redeem you with a powerful arm and great acts of judgment. I will claim you as my own people, and I will be your God. Then you will know that I am the Lord your God, who has freed you from your oppression. I will bring you into the land I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I will give it to you as your very own possession. I am the Lord.
So finally, here are several questions that we want you to work through today. Number one, where have you lost hope because of discouragement? Number two, simply, will you choose to hope again? And then finally, what does God want you to be free from in 2021?